Hey, y'all, Pastor James here with the next chapter of our daily Bible study on the book of Genesis. Today we're in chapter 32. Genesis 32 portrays a significant moment in Jacob's spiritual journey as he prepares to face his brother Esau after years of estrangement. In this chapter, Jacob is confronted with fear, prays for deliverance, and experiences a mysterious and transformative encounter with God. His identity and relationship with God begin to change, preparing him for reconciliation. Now let's dive into the biblical text. So Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Speak thus to my lord Esau. Thus your servant Jacob says, I have dwelt with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find favor in your sight." Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him." So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels, into two companies. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, then the other company which is left will escape." Then Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, 'Return to your country and to your family, and I will deal well with you.' I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which you have shown your servant. For I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two companies. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and attack me and the mother with the children. For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude." So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother: 200 female goats, and 20 male goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 foals. Then he delivered them to the hand of his servants, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, "Pass over me, and put some distance between successive droves." And he commanded the first one, saying, "When Esau my brother meets you and asks you, saying, 'To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Whose are these in front of you?' Then you shall say, 'They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he also is behind us.'" So he commanded the second, the third, and all who followed the droves, saying, "In this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him, and also say, 'Behold, your servant Jacob is behind us.' For he said, 'I will appease him with the present that goes before me, and afterward I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me.' So the present went on over before him, but he himself lodged that night in the camp. And he arose that night and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. He took them, sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." So he said to him, "What is your name?" He said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men, and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked, saying, "Tell me your name, I pray." And he said, "Why is it that you ask about my name?" And he blessed him there. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Just as he crossed over Penuel, the sun rose on him, and he limped on his hip. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscle that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip and the muscle that shrank. A lot going on in the story, and we have several key themes to help us understand it all. Our first key theme is angelic protection. As Jacob travels, angels of God meet him. He names the place Mahanaim, which means two camps, recognizing the divine presence and protection all around him. This encounter reassures Jacob that God is with him, even as he faces uncertainty. Our second key theme is fear of Esau. Jacob sends messengers to Esau with a message of humility and goodwill. The messengers return with news that Esau is coming with 400 men, which fills Jacob with great fear and distress. So Jacob divides his people and flocks into two camps, hoping at least one group might escape if Esau attacks. Our third key theme is Jacob's prayer. Jacob prays to the God of Abraham and Isaac, expressing unworthiness and reminding God of his presence. He pleads for deliverance from Esau's potential attack, acknowledging God's past faithfulness and seeking mercy. Our fourth key theme is preparations and gifts. Jacob prepares a generous gift of livestock for Esau, divided into successive droves to appease him. He instructs his servants to refer to him as your servant Jacob, showing humility and seeking reconciliation. The strategy aims to soften Esau's heart before their actual meeting. Our fifth key theme is Jacob alone at night. Jacob sends his family and possessions across the Jabbok River, remaining alone. This solitude sets the stage for a profound encounter with God. Our sixth theme is wrestling with God. A mysterious man wrestles with Jacob until daybreak. When the man sees he cannot overpower Jacob, he touches Jacob's hip, dislocating it. Jacob refuses to let go until he receives a blessing. Now, what we see here is another example of a Christophany, like we've seen in a couple of previous places here in Genesis, where Jesus Christ or God actually comes to earth in some form to speak to man. So our seventh key theme is a new name, Israel. The man renames Jacob Israel, which means he struggles with God, signifying a shift in Jacob's identity. Jacob has striven with God and men and prevailed, not by force, but by clinging in desperate dependence. Jacob names the place Peniel, meaning the face of God, because he had seen God and lived. And our eighth key theme is a limp and a legacy. Jacob walks away limping, a physical reminder of his divine encounter. His limp symbolizes weakness in the flesh, but strength in faith, God's transforming work in his life. So that's all of chapter 32. Hope you enjoyed that. A lot going on in this chapter between the coming encounter with Esau, which has not quite happened yet, and the wrestling with God overnight, preparing him for his encounter with Esau. Jacob's name is no longer Jacob, but it is now Israel, as he is in fact the father of the 12 tribes of what will become the country of Israel later. So I hope you like this. If you did, remember to hit the like button on it. Hit the subscription bar if you haven't done that already. Become a subscriber so you are in tune to what's going on, and the notification bell will help you remember to go back and check for more issues as they come out. A lot more to Genesis to come. Hope you stick with it. And until the next one, God bless you. Take care of yourself.